So you're telling me there's a motorcycle out there that'll tear up Rocky Mountain trails, scream across desert sand, and then, legally, I swear, just merge onto the highway and take you home? No trailer, no truck babysitting it. Just you, a half-liter of pure Austrian fury, and pretty much every type of terrain America can throw at you. That's not some fever dream, that's the 2026 KTM 500 EXC-F. And yeah, we're gonna dig into every little thing that makes this bike one of the most hyped dual sports this year. Welcome back to Moto Metrics, by the way, where we actually talk about the bikes worth talking about. Cool? Cool. Let's roll. Before jumping into what's new, let's get one thing straight, because if you're new around here, this ain't your grandpa's dual sport. The KTM 500 EXC-F isn't built for Sunday ice cream runs or gentle fire roads. Nope. This is a full-blown, competition-bred enduro machine that KTM basically slapped a license plate on. Picture this. You take a pro MMA fighter, hand him a business card and say, "Sure, you can sit in on the meeting." Technically, it works, but everybody in that room knows exactly what he could do if things got weird. Now, 2026, KTM dropped this new model late in 2025, and US dealerships started seeing them roll in around August. So if you've noticed one sitting pretty at your local KTM shop and wondered what the buzz is about, hang tight. By the end, you'll know if this orange beast belongs in your garage. Let's start where your brain's already going, the engine. The 2026 KTM 500 EXC-F runs a 510.9 cc single-cylinder 4-stroke SOHC with fuel injection through a 42mm throttle body. Numbers? Roughly 63 horsepower and 39.4 pound-feet of torque. And I know what some of you are muttering, that's not a lot for a 500. But here's where KTM flips the script on you hard. This engine doesn't just dump everything at the top like some unhinged motocross screamer. The power comes on progressive, linear, almost sneaky. You'll be cruising a trail thinking, okay, I've got this under control, and then you twist a little further and boom, it launches, like a golden retriever that's secretly a wolf, friendly when it wants to be, downright terrifying when it wakes up. 6-speed transmission from Pankel Racing Systems, same folks who supply gearboxes for Formula 1. So yeah, this dirt bike's transmission has more motorsport cred than most people's sports cars. Shifting's slick, precise, and makes you feel like a hero whether you're crawling over boulders or blasting down a gravel road. Top speed stock? Almost 90 miles per hour. Enough for highways? Absolutely. Enough to get your license pulled? Oh yeah. Now, here's where it gets genuinely interesting, and I swear half the reviewers just gloss over this like it's nothing. Suspension. For 2026, KTM actually made meaningful updates front and rear, not just stickers. Up front, 48mm WP X-Act closed cartridge spring fork, new damping settings, lighter and shorter main springs with polished surfaces, reworked pressure reservoir, and a brand new one-piece hydro stop. Result? KTM claims a 200-gram weight saving at the front. That sounds tiny until you're 3 hours deep in a technical enduro section and your arms feel like overcooked spaghetti. Every gram counts, trust me. Out back, WP Explore PDS rear shock, updated to match the fork. PDS stands for Progressive Damping System. It's KTM's famous linkage-free rear suspension. No linkage means fewer parts to brake, less unsprung weight, cleaner chassis. Some riders love it, some need time to adjust, but the trophies don't lie. KTM's enduro racers have won a truckload of championships on this setup. Best part? Both ends are tool-free adjustable. No wrench set required on the trail. Just twist a clicker, done. Seconds. Okay, pause. Real talk. How many of you have ever stopped mid-ride to adjust your suspension, immediately dropped a tiny clip, watched it vanish into the dirt, and then just said, screw it, and rode the rest of the day on messed up settings? Yeah, exactly. KTM heard you. Hand-adjustable clickers on the fork top cap and fork shoe. No tools, no lost clips, no suffering. Back to the bike. Chassis is a 25 CRMO4 chromoly steel frame, black powder coat, engineered for longitudinal rigidity but with calculated flex so you actually feel the trail and absorb the rough stuff. Steering head is forged and repositioned for better mass centralization. That means the bike feels both nimble and planted at the same time, which sounds impossible until you throw a leg over. Dry weight? Just 254 pounds. That's insanely light for a street-legal 510cc machine. Most adventure bikes in this class are pushing 400 to 500 pounds. The EXC-F is nearly half that, and you feel it immediately. It doesn't ride like a big bike, it dances. Wheels are giant alloy rims, CNC machined hubs.
Tires are Continental TKC 80s, the benchmark dual sport rubber that actually works on pavement and dirt. Ground clearance is massive, 355 millimeters, about 14 inches. Mud, rocks, roots, water crossings, this bike doesn't care. Brakes? Brembo all around. 260 millimeter wave disc up front, 220 millimeter rear, both with hydraulic Brembo calipers. Strong, progressive, confidence-inspiring even when the ground gets loose. Electronics? Yeah, even Enduro bikes have them now, and you'll want to hear this. The EXC-F has KTM's off-road control unit with multiple riding modes. Flip between Map 1 and Map 2 on the handlebar with a button. Map 1 is full aggressive power. Map 2 softens throttle response for slippery stuff, tight technical sections, or just when you feel like being slightly less of a maniac. Also has traction control, which you can dial back or shut off completely if you trust your right wrist more than some algorithm. The digital instrument console gives you speed, gear position, trip meter, all that. Lighting is LED headlight and tail, bright enough for night road use, plus it looks mean and modern. Speaking of looks, 2026 brought a serious visual refresh. New in-mold graphics on bi-composite plastics. The orange pops harder than before, with red accents on fork guards and redesigned radiator shrouds. Sharper, more aggressive, more modern. There's also a new fuel tank shape, redesigned for better fuel efficiency and cleaner bodywork integration. Small detail, but it matters. And a new protective cap on the CPC fuel connector. That little thing keeps dirt and water out, exactly what you need when you're plowing through a muddy forest or crossing a stream. All right, the big question. How much? MSRP in the US is $11,799. For context, rivals like the Husqvarna FE 501 and Honda CRF450L come in cheaper. Yeah, but neither gives you this combo of race-spec suspension, power, weight, electronics, and street legality at this level. You're paying a premium. You're also getting a bike that competes at the top of the Enduro world with almost nothing changed from stock. Want to go further? There's the 500 EXC-F 6 Days Special Edition at $14,249. That gets upgraded 6 Days branded giant wheels, Metzeler 6 Days Extreme tires, machined orange anodized triple clamps, solid rear brake disc, and a whole suite of top-shelf parts. Every piece stamped with the 6 Days logo. Before I wrap, stay with me here because this matters. This bike weighs 254 pounds, makes nearly 63 horsepower, race suspension, Brembo brakes, almost 90 miles per hour top speed, street legal, and it costs less than a used pickup truck. That combination basically doesn't exist anywhere else at this price, not even close. Is it comfortable for long highway slogs? No, the seat's not a couch, no wind protection, riding position's aggressive, but that's not the point. It's a precision tool for adventure, for enduro, for exploring that happens to have a license plate. Once you accept that, you realize the 2026 KTM 500 EXC-F isn't just a great enduro bike, it might be the most capable do-everything machine on the market right now. So, would I recommend it? If you spend more time off-road than on, if you want race-level performance without buying a race-only bike, and if $11,799 fits your budget, absolutely, zero hesitation. If you're mostly a road rider who just wants occasional dirt capability, probably not your bike, and that's fine, plenty of other options. But if you want the most capable street-legal enduro machine money can buy at this price, that orange Austrian weapon is calling your name. That's our full breakdown. If this helped, hit that like button. Seriously, it helps more riders find this stuff. And if you want more KTM reviews and the best dual sports of 2026, our next video is already queued up on your screen. Hit the end screen. I'll see you over there. Stay on two wheels. Talk soon.